Hey guys, this is Daniel Dr. D and I'm back with another review, this time on the EL34 tubes for the ST70, which uses the original Hafler circuit that I got from Kenny at getdynaco.com. So I just want to tell you a little bit of history about tubes and stuff. I'm not like I've experimented with a lot of tubes, right, and switching out tubes. But I'm not one of these people that is always convinced that switching tubes fixes or changes or alters the sound in an audible way, because I've had many instances where on previous amplifiers where I have changed tubes and the differences are subtle at best, and in some cases I can't even pass blind tests. I don't think I would. But there are some components that just respond dramatically. I don't know the reasons for that. It's out of my area of expertise. I'm not an engineer by any means, but I can certainly tell. And like even on my ST35, I didn't notice much difference between the stock tubes and the premium tubes that I got. A subtle difference. But here on this 70, with the changing of the EL34 tubes, I did notice a very dramatic difference. And it's so audible that I think anybody would pass a blind test with ease. You know, it's that different. So what I have here are the stock NessTone tubes that I got from Kenny with this Dynakit SD70, and then I have some reissued Mullards here. And it takes about an hour to get the voltage set with the multimeter, because you can let them sit for a long time and you'd be amazed how much the voltage will swing, you know, either way. So it takes about an hour to really, at least for me, it took me about an hour to really let the amp really settle in before I could, test them. The differences are so dramatic, it's incredible. So I will just tell you, I actually like these NessTones. I don't think I have any reason to go to anything else, at least with this setup. Now, what I did is I connected my Klipsch Heresies. I went back to the Heresies. My Fortes are in the back room. It's just a change. Nothing wrong with the Fortes. I just wanted to go back to the Heresies again. It's interesting to go back when you hear something for a long period of time. Go back and hear what you had before. And this is why I say, it's good to keep speakers available so you can go back and relive some of those older times. And it made me appreciate what a great speaker the Heresy 2 is, for various reasons, but which I'll save for another review. But nevertheless, with regard to the tubes, two things stood out dramatically with the NessTones. One is just the warmer, sweeter top end, and there's a warmer mid-range, more audible mid-range compared to the Mullards. And I think, what you hear on the Mullards, more top end, more bass, not more bass, but less of the mid-range is evident. So it's more like you hear more bottom end and top end rather than mid-range. And the other thing is there's noticeably more treble. Like it's like the difference if you had a treble knob on a stereo amplifier. It would be like turning the treble from like 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, or from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, whatever it is, it's like a 3-hour difference on the tone control. What I would estimate, that kind of difference in top end treble. And I think with the Heresy, it's not really necessary because the Heresy already puts out it has a lot of top end anyway. It's got a lot of top end sparkle. It's a horn speaker. I mean, so, but if, say, you had something like a Wharfdale Linton or something, or a speaker that didn't have much in the way of top end, then having these kind of tubes may be the ticket. So it's not necessarily one is better than the other. It's just matching properly. You got to match things, at least in my opinion. That's the experience I'm getting. And but if you want that more vintage, warm, classical kind of sound, hands down, the NessTones are going to do it. And, these, I think, I could be wrong, I think they're around half the price of the Mullards. They're certainly less money. They're the standard issue that Kenny gives with them. And I actually wanted a tube that had a little bit more sparkle on the top end. So I got that, but I figure I got a little more than I bargained for. But I'm really happy I have these, and I'm going to definitely keep these, because if I ever have a different kind of speaker to add to the collection where I feel like I need more of that, it's great to know that I have it on tap. So, but for now, I'm definitely going to stick with the NessTones. And like I say, if you're looking for an EL34 tube that's got a warmer rendering or sweeter, thicker top end, hands down, these NessTones are the way to go, in my opinion, at least so far from what I've heard. If you guys know of an EL34 that has a warmer rendering, less treble on top end, let me know. I'd be very curious what you guys' opinion is. And thanks for watching. I'll be back at you soon. We're going to have a DAC review coming up. We're going to have some demos of the new open baffles that we got. So stay tuned. All right.